Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. How are you doing today? I'm doing fabulous. Filming this today on the Super Bowl Sunday, so we're really excited, and although the Cowboys are not in the Super Bowl, I thought we'd still do this beautiful blue and white star cut crease look. It is one of the most requested looks that I've had so far. I did it for one of my girls' nights out and everyone loved it. Loved it. Who doesn't want a bit of sparkle? So here we are. We're gonna go in. I'm coming close, real close. And we are going in with this gorgeous half cut crease and glitter look. And it's definitely one for the full glam books. Although I am rocking, well, attempting to rock this fabulous mum bun, which I feel like I live for at the moment. And if you want to know how I get my perfect mum bun, make sure you check out Mummy Mondays. So before we get into the video, if there is anything in particular that you want to see, as I said, this was a requested look. If there is anything else that you want to see, make sure you put it in the comments below. Of course, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. Yes, subscribe so you can see when my face is on your screen. If you want to hit those notifications to stay up to date, because we are almost at 200 subscribers. And that's when our very first giveaway is coming up. So stay tuned. Where's the bare face? Here we go. Take two. Okay, so here we are. I have my eyebrows done already, and to do those I've used the Morphe Brow 8 palette. Don't actually think they do this anymore. If they don't, they need to bring it back because it's freaking amazing. And I just used the shade right here. And to apply, I use the Anastasia brow brush. And then I've gone in and just concealed the outline of my brows with the Tarte Shape Tape in shade Fair, and using the Morphe M432 brush. So I'm just going to go in and set my eyelid with my concealer and get ready to pack on the Brown Noir Start Crease shade. So again, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape in Fair. This is my all-time fave, although I have just used the Morphe. Oh my god, I can't talk. But I have just started trying the Morphe concealer and foundation. Absolutely love it. So I'm going to be doing a full face Morphe review next, so make sure you look out for that one. Anyway, back to this look. So in with my brush, I'm just going to put that base onto the eyelid. Move my mirror a little bit. Now, as you can tell with this concealer, a little goes a long way, so I'm just going to pack this on and really spread it out, and then I'm going to go in my beauty blender just to push it into those creases. And I just have the Real Techniques, the OG. And just pat that into all your lines and creases, and making sure you're blending all the way up to the brow so that you don't have a separation in those two concealed positions. That's not really the word either. So you don't have a line. Perfect. As you can see, it's a very nice smooth base in there now. Let's get some colour on. Oh, hang on 1 second, sweet cheeks. Don't be moving too fast. Let's set our lids. I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I don't have the number of this. It's with a Morphe brush, and it's very, very fluffy. That's all I can tell you. But yeah, it's a nice fluffy brush. Tap, tap, tap. And just push that all the way up to the brow. Just to make sure that's really set in the lines. Always tap off your excess. If you don't, you're just going to end up with blob of powder on your face. There we go. Easy peasy. Okay, so we're going to start with my all-time fave, which everybody knows, the Morphe. Good size, this bad boy. Fingerprints all over it as well, because I use it all the time. And it's the Dare to Create 39A. I've had so many people since starting this YouTube channel, so like 2 or 3 weeks now, So many people have actually sent me screenshots of either their Morphe receipt or their Morphe order or them receiving it, and they're going and buying this palette. So I'm so proud and excited that everyone is actually watching me for starters. Didn't think anyone was watching, maybe my mum, but that would be it. So I'm really, really blessed that even a handful of people are even paying attention to this channel. So thank you so much for starters. Okay, so we're going to be going in first with our crease lines. So we're going to be using this feels like this backwards, there we go. We're going to be using the Sculpt just here, just to create that crease line and blend up to, not up to the brow, but I do have a very high set brow bone and like a hooded eye. I have a really small lid and a really large brow bone line. This is quite big, so I have to set my powder quite high. I can't get words out today. I have to set my eyeshadow quite high near to my brow so that it doesn't just sink into this hole. There we go. And again, I don't have the number for this one. It is, I'm not actually too sure, but it's one of the Morphe brushes again, and it's just one of the fluffy ones. For some reason, like some of the Morphe brushes that I got, yes, they are real. Don't think you can get fake Morphe. Don't have, what's the word? They don't have numbers on them. And then all these other ones that I've just got in the post, I'm so excited to try. They will have numbers on them. So, I don't know, maybe I just got the OGs and they didn't have numbers on those ones. So with this, I'm just going to take into my crease, come a little bit closer to you guys, and up into my brow, not all the way though. I'm leaving maybe like a 2mm gap and really just blending it out. I am being messy with my edges. You can use tape if you want a really strict line, but for this I'm doing it's a more blendable eye rather than a really strict eye, because we're only doing like a half cut crease today, we're not doing a full cut crease. And I just really like it when it's more smoked out at the edge rather than cut crease line as well. So make sure you go all the way in. Don't neglect the inner nose. The inner nose? The inner eye. I don't bloody know what I'm talking about really. So I don't know all the definitions. I'm just here to show you what I do personally. So all the way in. Let's blend it in nicely. One good thing about Morphe products, and it's the reason why I don't really go anywhere else, is because they do blend incredibly well and the pigment is fantastic. So I'm going to go in now with a clean Morphe just blendable brush. I'm just going to buff out that edge just to make sure that we don't have any harsh lines near the brow. So then our brown, and then after that we are going to use our, again, I need to find out what these numbers are on these Morphe brushes. Like real talk, this is crazy. Okay, so I'm going to be using which blue are we using today? I'm going to be using the Dare Me, is our next shade, again with the same 39A palette, and it's a beautiful metallic-y blue. Not loads of product, it's going to go a long way, remember that. So add little and often, if that makes sense. Little and often, so you can really build up that colour. You're just going to put this on the crease and just above, and then work your way up, but pay a lot more attention to the crease to begin with, because you can blend it out afterwards with the clear brush. Again, I am messy with my edges because you can clean it up with concealer before you do your face, because that way I can get that really blended edge to create that more sexy kind of smoke look. Now, as you can tell, this blue is extremely pigmented. I have literally just put it in once. Like you haven't seen me go back to it yet, and I haven't done it off camera, it's not a lie. It's extremely pigmented, which is incredible, and why Morphe is amazing. So I'm going to go back with that clear brush and just really buff out into the brown. Come back with the blue. I'm just going to take it slightly higher with my brush, just because I do have that very high set brow. There we go. So with that same brush and colour, I'm just going to blend it down into my actual lid. the outer crease of my lid as well. Now key when you're doing this kind of look is blending, 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 especially when you're playing with colour. Just keep blending it out. If you think it looks crazy for a minute, don't worry, just blend. So I'm going to grab the, I do actually have a number for this one. Yay! I think it's that one, yeah. Morphe M321. And it looks just like this, and it's just a thinner, more definition brush. And I'm going to use the Image, which the shade Image, which is a darker, more sky blue, and I'm just going to go right into that crease. This does have like a little metallic sheen to it, which is beautiful once you add in your glitter as well. Just take it out as far as you want it to go. It's kind of like a crease liner. If you want to accentuate your crease, this is how. Don't forget, don't neglect your inner eye. It's not all about the outer eye. You really want to bring that in to accentuate the eye shape, otherwise you're just going to have the edge of your eyes extremely dark. And then with this again, I'm just going to like almost create a point for the edge of my line and just bring it around and blend into the blue we've already got. Okay, and grab the original brush that you applied your blue with, your main blue colour, and then just blend it. Looked a little bit crazy right now, but that's okay, it's okay. So we're going to go back to that original blue brush, and we are actually going to go under the eye today, which I don't usually do. I do that after I've put on my face base and product, and actually it's one of the last things I do in my looks normally. We're going to go in and do it differently this time. I really want to pack in a lot of colour, and I don't want anything to fall onto the face. So I'm going to pack on my lower line first, and then later on, after on the face, I'll just gently brush it out with a clear blending brush to make sure there's no harsh concealer lines along the bottom line. So we're just going to pack on our brush again with that same demi colour, shade, whatever you want to call it, and you're just going to go underneath the eye, right up to the lash line. God, these faces I'm pulling, and I can't believe my eyebrows this high right now. And make sure you really join those on them at that edge as well. That's going to create that beautiful smoky look that we want. Okay, then again with that original brush, the M320, is it M321? Yeah, M321, I'm going to go back in with the Image colour, and again we're going to go on the lower line just to blend out that dark. Really take it all the way up to your lower lash line as well. What I'm really doing, if you can see on this edge here, is I'm really making sure that the lower line and the lid are really connecting, in that even though I haven't got tape on, they are very connected by a straight line. It's not overly straight obviously, because I am just naturally blending it out. I haven't got a strict template I'm going with, so it is still going to have that smoky brushed out look, but they have to connect, otherwise your eyes can look cray cray. So now I'm going to go in with, I'm just going to be using one of my makeup brush set brushes, and it's called the Short Eyeshadow. If anyone hasn't checked them out yet, make sure you go and check it out. It's mymakeupbrushset.com. They do have an insane offer. You can get a whole array, like a full set of eye and face brushes for $19.99. Like, it honestly doesn't get much better than that. And I've had these brushes, like this particular set, because obviously I mix, I get new I switch out my brushes all the time. When new ones come out, I want to see what's going on with them. But with this brush, I've always kept them as like my basics, and I've had these like a good 3 years now, like honestly, and the bristles haven't come out, they haven't damaged at all. I don't tend to use the face ones except the fan brush, but yeah, the eye ones themselves are fantastic, so make sure you check them out. So with this, I'm now going to go with our brighter colour, which I love, 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 and it is the Taylor. It's absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to be using that with a flat patted on brush, and I'm just going to take that in. And I'm just going to, because we haven't concealed yet, so I'm just going to blend it from this darker colour. I'm just going to blend it in so that when we put on our concealer, we've already got our base blend going on. Okay, concealer time. Let's cut this crease. So I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape again. Just pop it on the back of my hand to warm it up a little bit. And then I'm going to be using the Morphe. Do I want to use this one? I'm using this brush. It is again a Morphe brush. It's a very, very small concealer brush that will really get that tight definition that we want from a cut crease. So I'm going to grab a mirror so I can get really close to you guys. So now we're going to go and cut our crease. So I'm grabbing another Morphe brush, and again it doesn't tell me what number it is, so it's just a very, very small defined concealer brush just there. And again I'm going with the tape, can't talk today, Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm going to try and come in as close as I can to show you the cut crease. Now this isn't a timely procedure, technique, I don't know what you want to call it, but make sure you take your time. If you don't want to spend all that time creating an amazing look, I'm really close to the camera right now, creating an amazing look and then having a cut crease ruin it all. We've already created such a beautiful blend of blues, now we're going to make it better. So I'm just going in, I have got a mirror here, so if you see me like looking at something, that's why. I'm going to start at the inner corner of my eye, and I do have to do the quick story beforehand. I do have to overline my crease. Like I said, I have a very small lid and a very large upper lid. So I have to overline, because otherwise I would literally open my eyes and everything would disappear. You would see no cut crease anymore. So we're going to overline, just go above my crease line. And then what I like to do is just go in with my finger and just really push that into the lid and blend it out into the colour on the outer lid as well. With blending with your finger, make sure you don't blend the line. It would suck if you just done that whole line and then blended it out and smudged it. So make sure it's completely dry as well before you go in with any eyeshadow, so you don't create a smudgy mess. So I am going to set it with just a little bit of powder, just to make sure we don't get any smudging. So then I'm going to go in with that flat brush again and the Taylor shade. The Taylor shade is absolutely gorgeous. It has a really like mermaidy metallic look to it. You can see it just here. And it has a beautiful sheen. I'm just going to pack that in almost up to the complete edge of my cut crease, but I still want to make sure that I've got that defined line, and I'm just really pushing that in. So you can see I'm not like brushing, there's no swirly motions, you are literally packing it in to those lines, and then we will blend it out afterwards. So I'm going to use that fluffier, we'll just say fluffier because I don't know, the fluffier brush that we used for our dark blue, our blue base. I'm just going to go and blend out the two colours and that edging. Okay, for the fun part, glitter! It's like my favourite part of the whole thing. So first of all, I'm going to be using the Morphe metallic eyeshadow in Poppin'. And it's just here. I don't believe, oh my gosh, if that's going to focus, there we go. I don't believe that this set trio is still available. However, the warm metallics I believe are. But make sure you go check it out. I think they're on sale though, so they're obviously coming to an end. So with this, make sure you've got tons of product on there. You can just use any glitter gel metallic eyeshadow. That's just my fave. I'm gonna pat this on to where I've concealed. Pat, not spread. I want as much sparkle on this bad boy as possible, and I'm going to go in with loose glitter afterwards. Again, all the way up to that crease line. And what I like to do with mine, because obviously I want to make sure it's blended well, is I just do a couple of dabs really gently going into the eyeshadow so it just blends well out. And then also I put on the very tip of my brush from the eyeshadow, and I just go, I'll try and do this as close as I've had. I just go right along the crease and I just draw just a little line so the glitter itself carries on without it being the entire cut crease. Let that dry. Not all the way though, while it's still slightly, you want it to stay slightly wet. And I'm going to be using the Body Sparkles in Silver XL, and this is from Inglot. It literally is your finest glitter. Like honestly, I'm going to try and, last time I did this it fell out. So I'm going to try and show you there. Oh, there it goes. So I'm going to put the lid underneath. Good job, Jade. It's beautiful. I'm obsessed. Absolutely love it. I very, very rarely use it. It's just for special occasions like you guys. I'm just going to grab a different flat brush now. Again, it's just actually one of the Wet n Wild flat brushes. And I'm just going to go right in, really coat that brush in the glitter and dab where I've put the Morphe. And with this, because I have used a glitter gel and obviously it's a wet consistency, it's perfect. You don't need a glue or anything, it just holds it in place, which is amazing. Really, really push that all the way across and you can see that gorgeous sparkle. And that's almost our cut crease complete. The cut crease itself anyway. Clearly I don't want to go out my face looking like this. So now I'm just going to let that set for a second. I'm actually going to go and just get some of my setting spray. I'm going to be using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And I'm just going to spray it over the lid. Dry, 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 dry. Just so nothing begins to crease while I continue working. Lovely jubbly. So I'm just going to take my original clear brush and I'm just going to blend and buff out that edge to really make sure there's no harshness going on. And I'm going to grab my eyeliner. I'm using the Bobbi Brown Night Sky Sparkle in the Long Wear Liquid Liner. I'm just going to do a very, very thin eyeliner strip, and it's basically to sit my lashes onto. And it's definitely by choice, but I love a dark eye. I've gone all the way to that inner line. It's the thinnest line, as you can see, just to make sure the lashes have something to sit on there. And make sure all of my lash line itself is completely covered. So I'm just going to coat those in some mascara, and I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Just coat, coat, coat. We are almost done with our eye look, ladies and gents, queens of all ages. So as I said this in the intro, this is one of the most requested looks that I've done. I basically did this for a party, and it was my friend's birthday. We all wanted some overly glam looks to go to dinner, and it was super requested, so I do fulfill my promises. So if you would like anything in particular, be sure to leave a comment down below or comment on my social media. You can send me a message. If you see a photo of anything you want me to give a go, do let me know and we will do it. We will make it happen. So now I'm just going to quickly, before I put my lashes on, use my Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place eye pencil, and I believe it's Onyx. Yes, number 1 Onyx, and just go in that upper lash just to make sure we have no gaps. Now I don't normally curl my lashes, but they are being a bit of a pain today. So I am going to go in and just curl them top lashes. I know I have mascara on ready. I feel like it's like not allowed, but I'm just going to gently puff it along just to really smooth out. For some reason they were not curling. Normally my lashes are very curly. I don't ever have to curl them. There we go, much better. Okay, and then ladies or gents, grab your favorite lashes, babes. So for me, I absolutely love the Christina range, and I am going to be using the Christina. I've got some already here because I like to reuse my lashes. I don't know if y'all just heard that. There's a piggy in my room as the name of Callie, and she's my dog. So yeah, the Christina number 218 lashes, and of course I'm going to go in with my Duo Blue when I can find it. Oh, just popped a light on in here, and there we have it, the lashes. So then I'm going to grab my eyeliner again. I'm just going to take it into that lower lash line. Now I'm really all the way across to the inner line. The inner crease. No, what am I talking about? The inner eye. All the way to the edge. So now I'm just going to grab that the original patting on brush that I use for the tailor, as I said, from my brush set just here. And I'm just going to add it to the middle of my lower line just to bring in that colour and that really beautiful metallic sheen that it creates. We're almost done. I'm going to grab my mascara. I'm just going to go in with my lower lashes. Again with the awful facial expressions. So that's the majority of the eye look done. We're just going to go in and finish the other eye, and then I will do a really quick run through of what I'm actually putting on my face. It will be fast forward, so if you do have any questions regarding the actual technique that you can't tell in the video, just hit me down below and I will explain everything. Okay, we are back, and I know what you're thinking. Something has changed. Yes, we have done our second eye now, and they are sparkling to the high heavens. So now I'm just going to do a quick run through of my facial products, and you can just see really quickly what I do technique wise. And I am absolutely loving more of the like dewy, but not overly wet look, but like quite a dewy look is my fave at the moment. So I'll definitely be going through that quickly, and if you have any questions after, make sure you pop them down in the comments below. If you're wondering why I only did one eye on camera, it's not because I have some like crazy secret that I'm trying to do off camera. It's just because I do like to talk and I don't want to bore you, so I'll show you the technique quite quickly, and that way I can show you, because I like to talk about details. So to make sure you know exactly what I'm doing, not, hey, throw this blue here, hey, throw this glitter there. That way I have the time to explain the full details of one eye, and then voila, we have two. Let's get in. This is that talking thing I said about. Let's go in with the products and let's get this face beat. Oh, one thing though. Make sure you wipe off that excess from any blue fallout to ensure that you're not about to rub in blue eyeshadow into your face. just see how great this is. Back to the video.